Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
My favorite symbol is the tree of everything. Huh. There you go. Here, have it. Hi everyone. This is Tracey Brown doing an encore presentation of The Crown and the Princess. This one is with Valentine, and I'm encoring this one because I'm going away and I just need the time to not take away from packing. That's the first one. And the second one is because, you know, The Crown is in the newspapers constantly. They're constantly in the newspapers. And so there was a couple of things that were said here that is now coming to light. And so I wanted to see it again. And I figured if I want to see it again, maybe I should show it as an encore presentation to see if any predicted it came out. I know one of the things that I predicted was that the boys would not ever talk again. I don't know if it's this video, but it's okay if it's not. We'll start with this. And I hope you guys are okay with an encore presentation. And thank you. Hi, Lucille. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching. So you might hear some noise in the background. It'll just be me shampooing my closet manually, because sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. They won't be here until Wednesday to clean my carpet, and I don't know if I want to wait till Wednesday. So I'm going to clean it myself. Maybe I'll cancel it. All right, guys. Enjoy the encore.
Oh, Gio, I totally forgot. I have been overwhelmed. Yeah. Since watching Meghan Markle use her voice, I have been overwhelmed. Yes. I mean, overwhelmed.
Totally. You know, I didn't say nuclear bomb until afterwards, but that's what has happened. That was a nuclear bomb that she dropped.
Wait,
and
you didn't say it the Friday before the Sunday?
You know what I said? Because I went through the whole video and I was trying to find it. What I said was the royal family, they don't want this smoke. That's what I said.
Well, that's what predicted it. No, that counts. Predicted it. You said they don't want this smoke before Sunday's interview.
That's true. I know I said it, but it didn't feel the same.
No, okay. It doesn't have to feel the same. It counts. You called it. You said they don't want this
smoke. They don't. And look what happened.
Listen, I was of gratitude, first of all, that we could all watch it together via Periscope.
Yeah.
It was fascinating. I felt like I was with a bunch of friends. I was in bed. and I felt like I was with a bunch of friends.
Yeah, yeah.
With the shocked things that kept coming out. Like I was
Right.
shocked.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So I had a lot to deal with being an empath that I don't like to admit that I am.
I'm getting this pillow.
With
Go ahead, go
Meghan.
ahead. Right.
Go. With Meghan,
Mhm,
it was
mhm.
a lot for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, that's
Hi,
right.
Nando. Hi, sweetie. Nando over on Amazon. They cut me off today, Nando. The YouTube with Sharon Osbourne was too much for Amazon, so they cut it. But how are you, sweetie? Thank you for coming over to YouTube. It was a lot for me. And then I thought, whew, this is gonna, like, the UK didn't even get it on
Right.
Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the mass population got it on Monday.
Right. Mm-hmm.
By Tuesday, Pierce was going off and
Mhm.
just his usual bullying of this poor woman.
Right.
Like she's a little girl. Like you're a mean, gross, old, little wee man.
Nice.
Little wee. You already know he has a little wee. You already know.
It's a little.
Little wee.
She didn't tell us why she didn't go on another date with him. He admits little wee. Little wee.
He admits it, right? So, you know, Wednesday he loses his head gasket and who slams the F out of him? Dr. Shola.
Oh, I love her voice. Let me finish. And she didn't stop. Let me finish. You're despicable. You're disgusting. Oh, she-
You're disgusting.
Yes.
It reminded me of Kamala Harris and Vice President Pence after Senator Harris and Vice President Pence when he thought he was going to pull that white man shit. And she said, excuse me.
Yep.
I'm talking.
Yep. That's right.
You don't get to play that white man's game with now Vice President.
Kamala in office. That's right. That's right. Kamala.
So it reminded me of that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then we get to Wednesday.
Oh, go on, tell her, Tracy. Go on.
Well, he was a punk. He was a punk.
Right.
You yelled and screamed at Meghan the whole time.
Irrationally.
You yelled and screamed at Meghan.
Oh.
It was irrational. It was unkind.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time she's been in office, Princess,
Right.
and you can't take a little criticism from Alex, a little criticism.
You know, this was the first time I learned that they kind of had like one date, like a very friendly date, and then she goes with him. Right.
Well, what happened was, because I saw his interview, he had a date with her. It went pleasant.
Yeah.
He goes to put her in a cab.
Yes.
He knew she was going to another celebration or party.
Mm-hmm.
It was at that celebration or party where Harry was.
Exactly.
She had a private date with Harry the next night.
Right.
And he says, I can't hear from her again.
Right. Well, it happens.
But it pissed him off.
Of course, yeah.
And you know why it pissed him off? Because it's a black woman. How dare you dismiss me, white man? I mean, come on. What? The Brits aren't used to this? Like, what is that? Like, it's weird. Then, if that wasn't enough, all week, Sharon Osbourne has been saying, you know, the royals were wrong. The royals, like, why didn't you give Archie a title? Like, all week.
Right.
Until Pierce lost his job, and then she lost her head gasket. You can't speak out of two sides of your face. Either you believe something or you don't believe something.
Right.
All week you were saying the royals were wrong. Now your best friend, Pierce, walked off the job. He did it on his own. Nobody fired him.
That's right. He walked off. He knows what's professional and what's not professional. You know?
And she's there going, you know, in Britain, this is what we do. We stand for the anthem. So we do. Like, what?
We do too.
Like, now Sharon is involved. Now it's back in America, the drama.
This is called nuclear fallout. The nuclear bomb drops. Fallout occurs. When you drop a bomb, this is collateral damage. We haven't even seen the end of it. Told them they don't want this smoke.
Well, this is
nuclear smoke. This is nuclear smoke. It's nuclear fallout.
Well,
they got him. They got her.
This is what happens when you don't treat people right. This is what happens when you don't treat people right. Who do they think they are? Any of them. Any of them. Britain is, the blacks in Britain, they ain't having it. They're not having it. They are shutting this down.
I see you, Melissa. I see you in the comments. I'm trying to look at the comments now.
Nuclear fallout, perfect phrase to describe it. Now, let me tell you something. So before we get started on the topic at hand, I just want to tell everyone that I am making something called cabbage steaks. With a little olive oil and mozzarella. I'm making my own spaghetti sauce with some bow tie sausage, whatever those things are called, sausage pasta, little sausage pasta.
Are they tortellinis with sausage in them or something like that?
Tortellinis are tight. These are the flat ones. Ravioli, is it ravioli?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Sausage ravioli. And then in the cabbage steaks with mozzarella, you put the ravioli on top, and then you add the sauce.
Yes.
And that's your gourmet dinner. I'm making gourmet dinner that's carb friendly.
All right.
I just made it, and so I'm not ready to eat it, but everything's cooked right now.
You show us. You make like a dish and show us the dish.
Oh no, because the cabbage. I didn't want everything to get cold, so I didn't cook the cabbage yet. But I'm gonna put it on video as a foodies edition. But it's so easy to make.
All right. Excellent.
And I'm so excited. I actually ate it last night.
How come you tell me about this and I can't reach through the screen and get some?
I know. That's why I'm telling you guys, because every time y'all see me eating something, y'all act like y'all never ate before. And I'm like, so I hide the Zoom so I can eat. But I made it last night already. But what I made last night, I think it's bird's eye makes a veggie pasta. It looks like spaghetti, but the pasta's veggie. But the sauce, I can't take spaghetti sauce.
Yeah.
And so the sauce gives me agita. But if I make it fresh, I don't get agita.
Gotcha.
So I just want to tell everyone that I made cabbage steaks. It's so good. I'll make a video tomorrow because I'm going to eat this again tomorrow. I'll make the video tomorrow. All right. Oh, you've had cabbage steaks before, Kiana? Yes! Wait till you see how I put it all together because it's very restaurant looking. It's very sophisticated. Okay? I may not know what forks to use, but it's very gourmet looking. Somebody, C10 says, it sounds delish. All right, let's get this party started. Lawyer Harry is going back home to Britain. And why is he going back home, Gio?
He and William have to unveil a new statue of Diana.
That must be
And
beautiful.
it's, I lost the date, but I think I know when the date is. If anybody else knows the date before I do, you can put it in the comments.
The date for what?
So they're unveiling Diana's statue. Of Diana, it's just Diana's statue. I'm Googling it now. Let's see. Diana statue. And okay, we placed in the something garden, but they're supposed to now my words are gone. They're unveiling the statue. They're revealing the statue today.
Yeah.
And it's happening this week. And so what the first person
Trez is saying it's in June. It's in June.
That's what it says in here. It does say it'll be placed in the something garden, but they may be revealing it earlier. I heard that they're revealing it this week.
So is he going home this week?
Oh, let me see. Where did I see that? Was it a video? I think it was like Entertainment Tonight Canada. They're always on YouTube.
I never get them, but all of a sudden. Oh, by the way, did you see ET tonight where the anchor Carlos Bustamante said that the women of the talk were just trying to talk to Sharon, and the colored women.
The colored women, I heard him say colored. I heard something like that. Uh-oh, are we on? Oh,
I was like, boy, you're colored. You're colored.
I did hear something like that. I was like, but he,
I tweeted ET Canada.
Oh, okay. We're unveiled statue.
It's in June. He's going home in June, sweetie. Let's still look at what that looks like. Meghan is not going. Let's just
I saw something, and I saw it in William's chart this week. And it looks like big time, some kind of big time argument, possibly long distance travel. And now, remember we were talking last night about the eclipse that happened in December at the 8th degree. William has, and that, Mars is meeting that area. William's Mercury, which is communication, is at the 8th degree of Gemini. So on Wednesday,
right,
when Mars gets there, that's where the eclipse happened. This is, I really believe something is going to happen because it's in Gemini. Gemini is the twins. Mercury rules Gemini. And big twins are siblings. It's going to be some kind of fiery communication. And it's also going to have something to do with cooperation. And so it made sense to me when I heard whoever said that.
Oh, damn it. Hold on. I was trying to do a predicted it because Gio predicted this this fiery communication. I screwed up, guys. I'm so sorry. I was trying to do a predicted. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is internet on top of internet. I'm so sorry. Hold on, let me get back there. Damn it. History. This is it. I'm sorry, guys. Let me see if I could turn it up a little bit, maybe.
That he was going this week to have this conversation. It's like, oh, this could be like the communication of all communications. With his brother
1632.
or about his brother.
But wasn't it this week when he kind of almost went hood on the paparazzi about are they racist? So doesn't that count? He almost lost it.
No, it hasn't happened yet. Mars
Got
is
it.
not there yet. When it gets
Got
there, we'll know it. I'm going to know it for sure. I know some other people that know it for sure. But yeah, you may find him actually giving a speech or something, possibly about this or not. And also,
Who? William?
right, Bill. When he answered this week, they never answer questions that are shouted to them.
They said it was not protocol.
Exactly. And for that, whoever the reporter was, all of the reporters in England, they all know, don't speak to the royals. You can stand there, you can take pictures, click away. And the fact that that guy asked the first question, have you spoken to your brother? You know, for him to answer, that was a big deal. And then the second thing for him to say, we are very much not a racist family, that was huge also. And even though he knew he wasn't supposed to answer, the word came out that the Queen and his father were pleased that he did it. He couldn't say nothing because those questions were super provocative. You know, it also makes me wonder.
Well,
Plan that.
to say nothing means you're guilty.
Mm-hmm.
So they might have been pleased that he broke protocol, but I also think that it's time to break protocol. That's what Meghan is doing with the royals. She's telling them, you guys are nuts, and that you have to break protocol. Because if you don't, it just doesn't look good.
Right. Yeah. So yeah. Well.
Oh, thank you. C10 said they said it was unprecedented.
Right. Oh, definitely.
To answer.
Yeah.
No, Tress goes, wouldn't it be funny if Diana brings Harry and the royals together healing-wise? No. Diana already knows Harry's not safe in that family. She's not going to try and encourage that mess.
She wasn't safe in the family. She died as a result of that. Why did you tell him
She wasn't safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's times when, you know what, and it's sometimes it's not safe. There's times when you're not safe in your own family. There's times when your home becomes the mouth of the shark.
Yeah.
You have to renovate. And this is something that Harry had to do. His home literally became the mouth of a shark. He and his wife and his child were in physical danger, receiving death threats at a clip every single day, and being told that they would have no security. And that, you know, why don't you suck it up and just do what you have to do what you're supposed to do? Excuse me? Really? They beat it out of Dodge. They were not safe in Britain.
They won't.
And they may know, and the fact that they've tried to ask for help, and you can't get through to, you know, I know his grandmother's the Queen, but she's also his grandmother. It should be safe. You can't get to your grandmother or your father, and then when you do, and they tell you, just deal with it. How often have women
didn't even answer the call?
He told the truth. His father was not taking his calls. Why? You're saying I'm not safe. My wife is not safe. My child, your grandchild, is not safe.
Yeah. And it's okay, Treflex. You know, I hear you when you say you're looking for healing. Realistically, think about your own life. realistically, there is some healing that is best left unhealed. And the monarch, the way it's set up, and the way they set Meghan up with so much hatred, she's just Diana would never. Why do you think Diana left him so much money? Listen to what he said. He had so much money that he can hire his own security. What you didn't understand was for a lifetime.
Right.
That's how much money this woman left him.
Mm-hmm.
Because she always knew he was going to be a victim.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And why
That's
spend
a
that
lot.
money? And why spend that money on security? You're supposed to spend that money on your own life, your home, your wife, and your children, to leave a legacy for your children.
And remember, they made them pay $3 million. So they say back to the citizens. Remember
So
that?
what was that? They made them pay $3 million. What was that?
$3 million
For what? This is
for the
really-
home that was renovated.
Frogmore House. That's where they live. Where they made them pay it back.
She needed to feel safe.
Right.
They did pay it back.
Yeah.
They made them pay it back, and he did.
Yeah.
From his mother's money, because they had already cut him off.
Mm.
And then they put it in the papers like it's the citizens' money, making them look like the bad guy.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, all this crap was going down, and we never knew it.
Right. Mm-hmm. I do remember them saying something about feeling safer outside of London, and I remember.
Yeah, they were being criticized.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the way the wording was set up.
Right.
You know, Meghan needed her own place. Meghan is spoiled. You know, they even changed her name to Meghan.
But they did all kinds of
The
stuff.
royals are despicable. They did. And they allowed the media to assault her.
Right. And check this out. So they get on the story about Kate. I remember when it came out. Meghan made Kate cry, and I was like, oh, who made it break? I don't want to hear about, now who made who cry and this kind of stuff, and women not getting along and being bitchy to each other and whatnot. Okay, so, I didn't pay much attention. Then Oprah brings it up in the interview, and Meghan, not wanting to say it, or saying it in the simplest of terms, and she basically said it was the other way around. It's like,
That's right.
okay. So now if you watch the stories coming out of Britain, like in BBC and their morning shows, they're saying, why did she have to drag Kate into it? It's like, excuse me, they dealt with it. And then somebody released the story, ass backwards.
Yeah.
So
Right.
once again, it's let's beat up on Meghan. She made the future queen cry. And then no one did anything to turn the story around. They do backflips to make sure stories are corrected about Kate at all times.
Yeah.
They literally bend over backwards to do that.
I mean,
No one even tried to change that story. It's like, okay, there you go.
We saw that one where they were talking about Meghan's nose, and when you have this type of news, this is you're a sweet person when you have this type of news. Like, get the fuck out of here, you idiots! You didn't see that one?
No, we're talking about people's noses. First of all, I know
I'm sure I posted it.
she and Harry have the exact same nose. Meghan and Harry have the exact same nose. It's exactly the same. You know, it's exactly the same. I'm sorry. It's exactly the same. I got the same nose. They look at
Let me see if I could find it. Here it is. I'm pretty sure I sent it to you.
Oh.
Studies show
Listen,
that if you happen to be 140
wait, wait. I'll let you guys listen to it. Hold on.
Okay.
rotation, those are the ones that are considered the most beautiful.
Yeah, listen to it. It's such bullshit. Oh my God. The shit Megan must have gone through. Hold on. Let me get this on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, listen to this.
But interestingly enough, studies show 4-degree or 108-degree nasal tip rotation. Those are the ones that are.
Symmetry is what they say is the eye of beauty, right?
The second most requested item.
And then there were two black.
Interestingly enough, between 104-degree or 108-degree nasal tip rotation. Those are the ones that are considered the most beautiful, and hers is 100.
Oh my God! Oh my God! I'm sorry. They changed it to one. Oh, dude, the looks.
The two black people were
Priceless. Oh,
priceless. And that's the shit that we're sick of. It's that stupid shit where who's led to believe that a pointy nose or a plastic nose or a Khloe Kardashian nose makes you beautiful?
it comes out of eugenics. Who are they? Studies show? Who the hell is studying somebody's nose
It's
to show
lies.
you that they're
It's
that
lies.
they're fine or better? It's eugenics. It's eugenics. It's which is what Nazism is based on.
Oh, interesting.
That a certain genetic line is the chosen line. I cannot believe what was that?
I mean, talking about Nazism, the monarchs are German.
To be fair,
The one that
I want to be fair. Yeah.
Well, no,
Yeah.
too bad now. Too bad. They're Germans.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, if you watch Michael Moore's movie, which I can't remember the name of it, actually,
Mm-hmm.
and you go back to Germany, Germany has definitely made reparations.
They have, yeah,
Everything. They have done an amazing job
because they
saying, I am sorry.
They learn. They learn that, you know, when you point the finger, the other fingers are pointing back at you. They learned it the hard way. When you point,
Here's the
your
thing
own
I want to offer up, though.
yeah.
I'm not quite sure every German citizen
Mm-hmm.
felt like Hitler.
They didn't.
I never got that impression.
It happened the same way Trump happened here.
No, but we have citizens that believe in Trump.
Right, but
I never really got the
it's the
impression that
same- it's the
citizens
same
agreed
cult.
with Hitler.
It's the same cult
Got it.
thing that happened.
That led to his rise.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Led them to believe
Yeah.
that it was the Jews that were getting, and people who were impoverished were not getting. Just like they did with Middle America
But
here.
But it makes me wonder if the German side of them
Mm-hmm.
has, like, when you treat a black woman that badly, is it your German side that is speaking? It's the Hitler side.
You know, when I go really, really far down the rabbit hole, it's not, it's,
Yeah.
and it's not about the German side, because they changed their name before Nazism even raised its ugly head.
But wait a second, they changed their name because something was wrong with being Germans,
yes,
regardless of Hitler.
right,
There's still something wrong
right. They
that
changed their
they
name,
knew
right,
the British would not accept them.
right.
So their whole history is a lie.
The British know, but it's still it was a rebranding. It was a rebranding. And it happened around I think it was at some point during World War I. That's when it was. Yes. Once again, they're reinforcing that European features are the standard of beauty. Did you see the two black actors were like, the first woman was like, and the other guy was like,
That's all right.
he was
Good
like,
for them. Good for them for making facial expressions lie.
yeah, they were,
Because we're done. We're not hiding anymore. And we're not accepting your version of anything. Period.
yeah, that was, I'm still blown away by it. It's still like, did they really do that?
Yeah,
Did they
they
really
did.
do that? That was
They
crazy.
really did.
So World War I, when they killed the Russian royals, they killed the Russian royals. You know the whole story of Anastasia? It was her family who was murdered.
Yeah.
And they think that she escaped. But they weren't the only royals who were being assassinated all over Europe. They're all related to each other. They are all family. And Europe, Britain, the whole thing. But as the heat started to get really bad, right after they killed that family, Tsar Nicholas and the family, they were like, we have to do something just to cement our bond to Britain. We're gonna change our name we're gonna name ourselves after Windsor Castle. Because at some point they had conquered whoever the British king was before. And I know we were talking about King Henry, but Queen Elizabeth, her line is not related to King Henry VIII. He's not like a great grandfather of hers. The line kind of switched up and changed. But everybody I know has a big but. They changed their name from the German name, Habsburg, and the House of Saxe-Coburg Gotha was their name, although Prince Philip still has the name. He was from Saxe-Coburg Gotha. Even though he was Greek prince, whatever, he was still German. Even though he was born in Greece, he was still German. That's shocking, that news story. When was that news story, Tracy?
Let me see how many days ago that was.
That was like this week.
3 days ago.
Whew.
Yeah.
This
It looks like. No, I was Good Day OC.
Orange County.
Is this Good Day? And was this in America?
That's what it sounded. They sounded American.
Studies show that if you have between 104 degree and 108 degree nasal
Good Day OC.
that is considered the most beautiful and hers is 100.
Fox, the only hire is the blondes. They only hire blonde people. That's it.
That's the Nazi way.
It's
what
the
the,
Nazi way.
yeah, that was the beauty.
It's the Nazi nose.
Oh my
What weirdos. What weirdos.
God.
And by the way, like, even Good Day OC, you're a bunch of weirdos. You had two black people sitting with you, and you want us to praise a white nose. Are you serious? I'm so glad they made their faces up. I'm glad they did it.
I wish they had said something. I wish they had said
I think their facial expression said everything. It really did. I'm proud of them. I am.
That lady, you can still see her face in my head.
Tomorrow, I'm going to a spiritual cleaning class at the Green Man store.
Mm-hmm.
They probably still have openings if anybody wants to attend. Me and Melissa are going, and I forgot to pay for it. I'm going to pay for it right now.
Is that Tara? Is that cleaning? I forgot the one who's doing, who's the one who's giving the class?
Shauna.
Shauna. Okay. Was she on the show? No, that wasn't her.
Is tomorrow 13th? Is she on what show?
You did a show, one of your Saturday show. And
Yes.
was she on with the other woman?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she was. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she's the burlesque dancer.
Yes.
And the minute she gives a burlesque class, I'm there. She can do the thing.
All right.
I'm going in.
All right.
I'm shaking my boo thing. My boo thing. My humongous boo thing.
Got my disco.
So, what do you think his visit is going to be like in June?
Harry's visit. Okay. I'm getting his chart now because I went deep down the rabbit hole into William's chart, but I don't want to get too deep into William's chart.
I think we can hold off on William for a minute.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about William instead, though? Is that something that you feel better about? Were you prepared for William? Because I should be open. I'm open to William because there has to be something in your chart that's going to come true. There has to be something.
Well, there was something we were having a discussion. So I was looking at William's chart in reference to the discussion we were having about him transitioning, not transitioning his sex, but I noticed a few things about his chart. He has,
like what? Tell me.
I was surprised to see the planet Mars in his chart is in Libra. Libra is the weakest sign. They'll call it, it's in its detriment. It's in its fall in Libra. It's at its weakest when it is in Libra. I have Mars in Libra. So, even being in Aries, that could be why my Aries doesn't kind of jump out at you, except in Tiffany Intuition's crystal auction or in your comments, but that's it. I think.
Yeah.
He also has Mars in Libra. That would not really be the best place for a king to have his Mars. Let's say, maybe 200, 300 years ago, 400 years ago. He's supposed to lead men into battle. His Mars would not, this is not a great Mars for leading these people into battle. However, it is a good place to have your Mars if you want to lead people into peace. Yeah. In that respect, I like it. There's a lot of sensitivity with him. He was born during an eclipse, as most kings and queens who end up ruling are. Prince Charles was not born during it lives. Really? When he does not become the king. Queen Elizabeth was born during it. I gotta double check that, because that's looking in my head, I'm like, wait a minute, I see the chart in my head. But Prince William, born at during an eclipse, it was a lunar, before I even say that, long story short, the moon is very close to his sun. He's got the sun and the moon in Cancer. It makes him very, very emotional, very sensitive. And so this is, he's kind of a softie. He appears, and you can kind of see it when you look at him. Like, remember that, when they called out to him and said, "Have you spoken to your brother?" First he got all ghetto. His neck got all out of joint. But then he said no, and he said, "But I will be speaking to him later." There's kind of a softness about him. He doesn't come across as Mr. Super Duper Macho.
He doesn't.
Yeah. There is also a measurement that kind of that shows that his boundaries are wide open. His boundaries are wide open, and he has the ability to camouflage himself, but he may also he can throw up a veil of mist. He can throw up a mighty deception if he wants to as well.
Yes.
Yeah. He may be easy, his boundaries are easy to permeate. So I kind of think, I have the feeling that he's going to come around. I don't know how long it's going to take, but he will come around. And he's also, like what Harry said, he's trapped. He is suppressed. I feel like, they talk about these people, the institution, which is a combination of royal courtiers, aides and assistants, staff, and there's people that I learned about called the men in gray. That's when I went too far down the rabbit hole. You know how Harry says he's still in touch with his mother, or his grandmother, excuse me, still in touch with the queen. And, as they were saying, they were trying to, the whole human resources thing, who Meghan asked for help from. Well, why don't you just ask for help, call grandma on the phone. Everybody's got their cell phone. Call your father on the phone. But they go betweens. Just like here in the United States, when Trump, you wanted to get something done and you wanted to ask Trump, you're going to have to go have a go-between. We'll get things done with these go-betweens. The go-betweens that Trump put in place, most of the time they were just blocks, like Mitch McConnell is a block to everything that they wanted to do. The entire, I believe that these people that they call the fund, the institution, the courtiers and the aides, somehow, someone did the same thing. And now they are all victims of this. The higher royals and the lower royals. And even though the royals themselves did not want, tell me when I'm going to be Tracey, that they didn't want Meghan around. They can use that shield of people to, make it look like we didn't do it. We do all the dirty work. There's somebody there, what they call, I just learned about this week, the men in gray. It's like our version of the CIA. Their version of the CIA is N15. And they claim that N15 works in Buckingham Palace. Which, once again, brings me back to that episode of The Crown with the spy. The spy who lived among them for I don't know how many years. But Queen Elizabeth knew and her husband knew, and there was nothing that they could do about it. They are all trapped. So my thought is, you know what, if anybody wants freedom, they should be grateful to Harry, whether they like him or not, whether they like Meghan or not.
Right.
This nuclear bomb could eviscerate all of that. Do they want to be free? That's up to them. I think I went a little too deep. I think I went a little too deep down in that.
No, you didn't.
Does that
No,
make
you didn't.
sense?
Yeah, it makes sense, even if it's new to me.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
part of me is a little worried about William with this, with these men in gray, with the aides and the courtiers, and they have their own agendas. So it's.
So what do you think they could do? What could be their personal agenda?
I think that if Queen Elizabeth is used to getting information about her family through her courtiers and her aides and who these people are, whether they're infiltrated or not infiltrated. If the Queen, my thought is, did the Queen really not know any of this stuff was going on? If Meghan asked for help, if Harry asked, can I speak to my grandmother? If Harry asked, can I speak to my father? And he has to use a go-between, and the go-between comes back and says, your father does not want to speak with you, or your father does not want to give you this, or what have you. And that same go-between takes a message from Harry to his father, but the message is wrong. The message is not what Harry said.
Right.
This is off his father.
Right. I got you.
Right, because there was a lot of,
Which is why the Queen Mom should just pick up the goddamn phone.
there you go. There you go.
So let me see if I can answer that question. You keep talking, but the question was, did the Queen Mom know?
That's the question. Did she know? Did she put something in action to say, okay, now that we put on this fabulous wedding and I've made nice with the girl and made it, gave her assignments and they had the baby and all of that, and now let's start our campaign to get rid of her. Is that what the Queen really wanted?
There were times when you could tell the Queen Mom loved Diana.
Right.
And then there were times when she saw how much the countries loved Diana. And you could tell the twinge of jealousy. And to this day, I don't think the Queen Mom is good at somebody else being so loved. So did she know? She's playing the fool.
Right.
She's certainly going to act like, I was not privy to certain type of information.
Right. And we know Charles is very honest. We know this.
But she's playing a fool by way of sacrifice for the crown.
Is that the hangman? What is that? Okay.
Did she know? One, yes.
Yes. Oh, okay.
She was always informed. And two, yes.
Mm.
She always.
Wow.
was informed of every single detail. Let me close my door because it's a little chilly in here.
Wow. Okay. So, and
She
that
always knew, Gio.
Mhm. Okay. Well then,
She
that was her
always
last-
knew.
that was her last chance with me. That's it. Cut her off.
She always knew. I'm not saying at some point she did not love Meghan,
Right,
but she didn't love her like
Mhm.
a mother would love her.
right. Oh,
Right?
of course.
But she
I don't
loved
think
her
the queen.
in my mind. In my mind.
Right.
Well, you don't think Queen Mum can. People can love from their heart.
Right. I don't think the queen.
She doesn't love from her heart. But she does love Andrew from her heart. That I did see. She loves Andrew.
She loves her pedophile son. Yes, she does. She does. He's her favorite. And the thing is that it's always been that Harry is her favorite grandson. What's that about? Was that true?
Yeah, I can believe that Harry was. I can believe it. William doesn't show much emotion. I know that you say he's double cancer, but he doesn't show emotion.
Because he's
Another
crap.
thing, she doesn't like whiners. She doesn't like he's a crab. She doesn't like depressed, not depression, but depressed.
Right.
And she doesn't know what to do with that.
Yeah.
When somebody's like,
No good. Yeah.
and Harry was just a breath of fresh air. He didn't care. But hello, quiet, get down, Harry, get down. You are so annoying, young man.
And I love it. Right.
And I love it. And I love it, right?
Yeah.
But you could tell there was genuine love when Harry spoke of her.
Right. Yes.
So there is something in his upbringing that the Queen Mom didn't nurture.
Right.
I have a sneaking suspicion that there's a couple of things that are going on, right? One of the things that is coming to mind all of a sudden is
I'm looking at his chart while we're talking about it.
is William legitimately Charles is.
You know? He's gotta be. And you know
It
they
doesn't
did
matter. It doesn't matter. I'm just saying. But it doesn't matter because they're going to hide it, sweetie. They're going to hide it.
Right. At this point, but I think so they would have done DNA.
No, you can't
Okay.
question it. Well, actually, they would never do a DNA on William.
Why not?
You can't have, because you can't have record. That means sending it off to a lab.
They don't have to send it to a lab. They got their own.
Girl,
They got their
Girl,
own.
stop. It means too many people would have privy to the results. So with William, you never do it. Never.
Right.
I'm questioning that this whole monarch crap, I'm questioning whether or not all of them are. Look, Charles never stopped having sex with Camilla.
Right.
Before his marriage, after his marriage. And Diana knew early on that this man was having an affair. And we know that Diana is the type of woman you don't do that to, right? She's that girl. If you're having sex, I'm having sex. We already know that. What if she did it with William? He doesn't look like his daddy. How is it?
That's what I was trying to
Charles has a head full of hair.
You know, that's like.
Yeah, Charles has a head full of hair. William doesn't.
Well, his grandfather
Andrew
doesn't
had a head
either.
full of hair.
His grandfather doesn't.
When did he lose it though? For when did he lose it?
He began losing it, I think like the 60s or 70s.
And he doesn't look like his grandfather either. I'm talking about William. William doesn't look like Charles.
That's what I'm looking in my head.
Y'all believe William is Charles' son because that's what you've been fed.
Don't you see the pictures flashing up on my head as I'm thinking about him? I'm going, can't you see the picture? I'm looking at William right now.
He never looked like Charles to me. Never.
Don't make me flip a card because I'll get it wrong.
Wow, you could flip a card and tell me what you might see.
Okay,
I'm sorry. He never ever looked like Charles. Now you want a freaking
as you're saying
scandal?
it is just hitting you now. He doesn't look like him.
He doesn't.
He doesn't look like him. Although, wait a minute. Wait, no, he doesn't. Because I was going to say, his son, their son George, looks just like Diana's brother.
But that's Diana's side.
That's right. So that's why I said, okay, but that doesn't matter.
Doesn't count. I mean, think about it. Charles is ugly. Sorry, Charles.
Oh, boy.
He's got that monarch ugliness. Ugly. He's got that monarchy ugly. I mean, to be honest, the Queen Mom wasn't that pretty either.
She was when she was young. I'll argue that. Princess
Okay,
Elena
what,
was
16, 16, 17? She turned her quickly.
She did. She became dowdy.
Okay.
But she was pretty.
That's not true. That's not true. And be online. Yeah. No, Charles is not folding. Charles is
No,
not
he-
folding.
No, it's
Look
slight, but
at
no,
pictures
he's not.
side to side.
Right.
No, he's too old. He's too old. He's not balding. William bald by 30.
Right. Yeah.
That's a gene problem. That's a gene problem. Charles doesn't have that gene.
And you know what I love? And did you ever see Saturday Night Live when they did Prince William? They really did his bald perfect. And
Look at what Wolverine Claw says. Wolverine Claw says the story the firm put out was that Diana only had the affair after Harry was born.
I remember that, and when you look at that picture of Harry and his father side by side, and
It's been
James side by
circulating.
side,
It's been
there's nothing.
circulating.
They're trying to tell you, believe us. Don't believe your lying eyes. Believe us. They might as well be twins. I have the picture.
Thank you.
If you, I don't know. We can't
Show it.
share here. We can't. It's
Oh
on
no,
my
we
computer.
can't share. You have to show it
Yeah.
on your phone.
Oh, I don't have it on my
Listen
phone,
to me.
unfortunately.
Jules agrees with me. Jules is like, he don't look nothing like Charles.
I agree
He
too. I'm
doesn't
trying
even
to-
have Charles's ears, and he doesn't have Charles's features. You want another nuclear bomb,
Yeah.
William?
Uh-oh.
Do you belong to the monarch? Maybe that's what the brother fight is all about. Maybe they both know it. And so how dare William ostracize Harry? Come on now. Come on, let's talk.
Wait, what am I supposed to say?
Come on,
Tracy?
producers of the crown.
I'm supposed to say-
Sure.
I'm supposed to say, talk to me, God. Talk to me. Talk to me about William and Charles. Talk to me. I love you, God. I love you, Jesus. I love you. William is your child. Wait, I got it wrong. What's this?
Wait, then you gotta go like this. You gotta go like this.
Oh, wait.
You throw it up in the air.
He's your child. He's your love.
He's your love.
I just want to make sure I'm doing it right. Thank you, Father God. Thank you. I love you, Jesus. I
It
love you.
works.
Yeah, okay, so now is William Prince Charles' son. And he was the last.
Is William Prince Charles' son?
Is William Prince Charles'
Neither one of them.
biological son.
Biological son by way of DNA.
All right, here we go.
That would be kept a goddamn secret. That would blow Monarch out the water. They would have killed Diana back then. I think Charles knows it. I think Charles knows. The boy can't be his because he probably never touched Diana.
Okay. Well,
It's William. It's William.
right, that's what I asked. Let's see. Wow. Now, Tracy, you know I read super duper slow. So, yeah. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, what a tangle web we weave.
when we practice to deceive.
Right.
Deception. That Neptune on his ascendant. Remember, I said he can camouflage himself. He has suppressed something.
Is that
about
William?
who he actually is. That's just from his chart as I'm thinking about his chart right now.
Now that
And
you're
how like
thinking
all
about
these
it.
new
There you
things.
go.
Well, the first thing I got.
And be something to do things.
The Knight of Wands. It's the first card.
Yeah.
And he's traveling
Yeah.
in a southwesterly direction. I don't know what that means right now. I forgot. The nights are nice. I do. The days are nice. I need my book.
You pull out the card.
Let me get the
Goddamn book. Oh my God, it's so funny.
Okay,
You are hilarious.
Is William.
Southwesterly direction.
Maybe his
King of Wands, right?
No, Knight of Wands.
King of Wands. Knight of Wands. Let me just see what I can get out of the Knight of Wands. Escape from difficulty.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
That's the first thing on the Knight of.
That's in, okay. So we're in the situation at hand. In terms
Departure from custom. Departure from custom means you would have slept with somebody other than your husband.
of.
You
want to know
what were you gonna say?
It's crossed by the Three of Pentacles.
What's crossing?
The Three of Pentacles.
And what does that mean to you?
Well, when I look at the card, it looks like two people coming up to one and saying, excuse us, we know you're busy, but we have a question. We got questions to ask you. And he's like, what? I'm busy. Don't talk to me now. I'm too busy.
And aren't they holding a baby in that deck?
Are they?
No?
No, it's a document. It's a document of some sort. They're like, we have this,
Okay.
it's a contract. I know this is a contract
Oh,
clause.
so a contract means there was a contract in place for secrecy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Because underneath that is
Negotiators, Knight of Wands means to negotiate.
there's a negotiation of sorts. Okay. So under that now.
It also means a challenge. It's a challenge.
Okay. Underneath that, and I know you don't read upside down, but just for your information, the Four of Cups came up upside down. So, if you want to read it right side up,
Yeah, I have to, because I can get a little confused when somebody else. Oh, Four of Cups means dissatisfaction, loss in thought, silence. Silence, young lady, silence.
And it also, am I right that it could also be the refusal of an opportunity? Because I'll show you, this is the card, and it's like the cup is coming, someone in the crowd is handing this guy a cup. And he's got his arms folded. Like,
Yes.
Oh, I don't want that cup.
Right. Well, if we think of, let's see if she's pregnant, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if we think of, if this her ticket out, right?
Who's ticket out?
Could this pregnancy, Diana, could this pregnancy
okay.
be her ticket out?
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, let's say she confessed. I remember when she was pregnant with William, she threw herself down the flight of stairs. She wrote it in her book.
Right. And it's common knowledge now. Yeah.
And it's common knowledge.
I think she
Right.
might have even said
They made her crazy too.
Yeah.
They made her crazy.
They made her crazy.
So I'm wondering if, I'm just wondering if, just right now, what if William was not his, her, his, and the cup that they're offering had everything to do with, we'll give you the world. Just let it go. Just.
Interesting.
What if they were offering an abortion for her? What if they were offering, any number of things? Like,
why would they? That family is so steeped in tradition, which means not respecting the wishes of the women in their family. Why would they have to?
yeah. But I just think that at this stage of the game, like to keep her quiet, they have to offer her something.
Well, would she be keeping it quiet that she slept with another man?
No.
At that point, really?
No, I think she threw herself down a flight of stairs because it would be better to not be there and take the child with her.
Okay.
Because maybe, I'm just saying maybe right now, maybe the child wasn't Charles's.
Okay. Well, let me tell you what the fourth card is, which is the immediate past. Or isn't it? Okay, the third card, which was the Four Cups, which is the basis of the universe. And then the immediate past, is the Emperor.
See, that's the monarchy.
Right.
That makes so much sense to me. The monarchy is that extended hand cup. If you got the emperor, then they had to intervene and they had to say, whatever this is, young lady, he's going to be king.
Right. That just hit me. It's like, you're going to
Now,
sit down the stairs with the future king of England in your womb. Girl, are you crazy? Okay.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Took me a
Why
second to get
would
there.
she do that? Because look how loving Diana was. I mean, loving.
Yeah.
I mean, loving.
Yeah.
I mean, nurturing. I mean, caring. Why would she do that? Because all of a sudden, she had to commit to this crown system, the institution, and maybe the child wasn't his. Do you know how many illegitimate children are out there? Several, not 3, not 4, at least 10 illegitimate children. Why is it impossible that Diana could have had an affair? And look at the protection we're trying to give Diana. She's not a saint. She's a woman that was treated horrible by her husband. And by the way, she wasn't the type of woman to take that abuse. She went and found love somewhere else. Good for you, Diana.
Right. agree.
Strong woman. Nobody wants to give her credit for being strong. She didn't sit back and let Charles defile her.
Right.
She said, if you don't love me, you know who will?
Somebody else.
Many.
That's right.
Many will love me.
That's right.
Mhm. Well, then here's the.
But everybody wants Diana to be some saint.
Mm-hmm. Well, this brings us to the fifth card, which is the Page of Wands. Our good friend, the Page of Wands. The ideal, nice guy, the beginning of something wonderful. Am I right?
The page is at what position? Because the page also could just mean a child.
Okay. Oh, okay. The fifth, yeah, it's the fifth position. The Page of Wands. And it's a boy.
Mm-hmm.
Which then leads us to the sixth card. The sixth card, the immediate future, the Ten of Pentacles. Money, 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 money.
Money.
Ding, ding.
Money. Very wealthy. And all of this came down to the money, the monarch. Act like you're happy.
Right. Dogs. They got dogs. There's a kid there. Nice decorations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And lots of old money.
Yes. 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 And a castle. I see a castle. That looks like Windsor Castle. Okay. And now. Oh, okay. But the seventh position is the Seven of Swords. Somebody trying to beat it out of Dodge. Who?
Or
Uh-huh.
get the information so that it's hidden. Like hide the information from the Ten of Pentacles, from the monarch.
Okay. Yeah, so a little bit of, we got some coin for somebody to take, run out with the information, or for her to run out with the information.
No, like the Ten of Pentacles is the monarch.
Right,
The
right.
Seven of Swords is hiding the information.
Okay. Okay. And then the eighth, which is the environment, so much money. Ace of Pentacles, so much money, so much land.
And look at her freedom. She could run away. She could, but they got her. They even used the child against her.
Right.
And if you remember there were some issues with Diana saying, "This is my child." Do you remember that with William? They wanted to separate her, and she said, "This is my child."
What I do remember, and I watched it yesterday, when her brother eulogized her, I remember they printed his eulogy in the New York Times the next day because that speech was fire. I will never forget that eulogy. I think the entire world. And what he said to William and Harry, we, your blood family, will always make sure that you grow up with the kind of love and sense of adventure that your mother always instilled in you. It was something like that, but the line that everyone latched on to is, why is he saying
Your
blood family?
family. There you go.
If anybody, let me tell you, anybody who wants to see the eulogy, just go on YouTube and search Earl Spencer, or just search Diana's brother eulogy at her funeral. The world was riveted to this man while he was speaking, and everybody, when you see what happens after he finished that speech and walked off, everyone in the Abbey or wherever they were in the chapel, Westminster Abbey, they applauded. The people outside, all over, stood up outside and applauded. If you didn't ever watch it, you gotta watch it. Don't tell me that you didn't have time. You go after if you go on YouTube and you look it up, and you will see a speech like you never saw before. That was yeah. Okay, so that was 8. That was the 8 Pentacles of Ace of Pentacles. And then I didn't want to tell you this because you mentioned it earlier. You probably went and sensed it. The 9th position is the World.
I got the World. What does that mean to you? And I got it in the 9th position.
Hopes, wishes, fears, wishes, fears, wishes, hope.
Yeah, hopes or fears. Hopes or fears.
Hopes or fears.
So the fear that the world will discover the truth.
Okay. And these are majestic animals surrounding. And also, let's see, there's a person. When you look at this is, I have the Rider-Waite. So what I notice is a lion. The lion is here. This is a bull, but I think of it as Mithra, the god Mithra. And when they talk about the golden calf, people were worshiping him. And eagle, probably a golden eagle. And even though in the United States, that's our, whatever, eagles are they are birds of prey. And and then this disembodied head. I don't know if it's a man or a woman.
It's a man coming out from the bushes. Very sneaky though. I never really liked.
This is, but in the World card up here is a head. It's a man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but on yours it's someone coming out of the bushes. Okay.
No. It just, the meaning of it is, I don't know if I ever told you this, the world is east, west, north, south.
Right, the 4 directions. Okay. 4
directions. So one of them, the human, is Earth.
And I noticed she's holding 2 separate wands in her hands.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, in the World card, you have all the power.
Okay.
You have everything you need. And you have everything you need to even begin again.
Gotcha.
So, William, it was the ticket. Always the ticket.
Okay.
Hold on a second. Let me just read the World so you guys can understand what the it means a natural conclusion, a journey's end, a job well done. Did you have a choice to leave, or ultimately did they placate her and tell her we will raise him as a king? It's an ideal state of being, readiness to now start again, even if this child came to somebody else. It's the readiness to be the mother of a king. But I'm warning you, they never let her be mother to those boys. Do you remember that? She had to fight them tooth and nail.
She was so young. She was young and impressionable.
No, Gio. No, Gio's mother was young.
And it's like we see all
they never, they never trusted her. But why, Gio? Why? Because, listen to me, it has nothing to do with you. This is the monarch. They focus on bastards that do this for a living. They're bastards. So they had to make sure if William is not really Charles's child, but there was an agreement, they had to make sure that Diana wouldn't separate from the agreement. Which means they have to separate the child from the mother. Which means William should be a lot more emotional, but they prevented Diana from being the queen mom to her own child because, maybe because the secret is he's not. But if he's going to represent the king's role someday, they've got to start early separating mother from child. And they have to say to her, you agree to this. You're breaking up, Gio. I'm losing you. I'm going to pull you out. Oh, okay, let me read my cards to you, but just let me tell her to come back in. Gio. Do you guys get it at all? Yeah, but the queen mom didn't want to raise her own kids. Diana wanted to. You see the difference? Oh, there she is. She's back. She's back. Oh. Where are you? Oh. My thing about today. I thought it was a Gio. Oh, there she is. Gio's back. Get my things back. There you go. That's just it. No, she's still up, so. Okay. Yes, you're kind of shaky though, but we see you.
Can you see me?
Yes. You're shaky though.
My internet is something happened. It got slow. I don't know why. I can see it's weird.
Well, you stay still, and let me tell you what I did in my car. No. You stay still, and let me tell you what I got. Okay? Stay still. So I feel like there was something about a vacation before William was born. There was a vacation that she went on. Probably someplace tropical, right? Check history. If she went on vacation before William's birth and she had always been having problems with Charles being faithful, then there might have been a consummation of an affair on this vacation. I believe she got pregnant on vacation. Nothing to do with Charles. And I think when she found out she was pregnant, she was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I think someone does know. I think if media goes back and check anyone that was assisting her, especially while she was on vacation, because she might have been in a Caribbean place and she might have told someone ethnic. Because you know ethnic keeps secrets. I know you're trying to talk to you. You're trying to talk? Do you want to call me? Call me. Call me. I'll put you on speaker. Call me. She's dying back there. She is good. Yay! No, call me again.
Here you are.
Hello?
Gio.
Hello? Hello, do you have French fries? Do you have French fries in the can?
I've got a scandal brewing. I've got a whole scandal here. So wait a second. So someone does know. I don't know if it's someone ethnic. I don't know if it was the maid or the cook or whatever. Someone knows, Gio. All right? Whoever this man is, he was so kind to Diana. So kind. He might have been a water sign man, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, but so kind to her. He knew exactly what she was going through, right? Wow. The Wheel of Fortune might have something to do with the monarch, I guess. Or wait, actually, I'm getting it. The Wheel of Fortune was the turning point of her life being miserable. She was miserable from Williamsburg.
Wow.
Miserable. Not with the child, but just knowing the child is not Charles, having to tell, Charles. Here's the thing. I think when she announced she was pregnant, because you're isolated, right? You're isolated. So it's not like you can go to a doctor and say, I'm going to give you an abortion, right?
Right.
She's watched everywhere. Right? The princess.
Right.
So she tells Charles, you know what Charles said? Charles says, I'm infertile. How are you pregnant?
Ooh. Oh, you just okay, you got it. Ooh. Oh, you just,
Right? Charles says, how? I can't make children. Think about it.
Okay.
Think about it. So with that being said, that became the gamble. This child will be king. Right? I believe they promised her riches and gold and everything. Just let this be. Just let it be. The child actually, William could have been her escape route. If she could just tell people, he had an affair. I'm having somebody else's baby. Why is it allowed he to have an affair? And she wanted it to be her ticket out. And they trapped her. And she got caught in their entanglements protocol.
Is that that's the two of wands that you showed?
Two of Swords.
Is that that's the two of wands? Okay.
And the Two of Swords is a strong rule, but you're sitting in it. How do I get out of this?
Okay.
So the Fool shows up, and the Fool is underneath the world. And look at the coloring. Look at the coloring. Look what God did.
Yeah.
Look at the coloring. Same coloring. Same coloring above, so below.
Yeah.
They fooled the world.
Yes. Rainbow colors.
Same colors. It ends in the Ace of Cups. And at some point, she was so loved that she actually helped seal William's faith as king. She was so loved. So,
Can I tell you? Go ahead.
hold on. So, when Diana left, I believe everything to Charles. Everything. All her finances. was left to Harry is because of the agreement she made with the monarch that William will always be taken care of. That's a secret that will never get out, except if two crazy psychics put it out there.
I got as, remember I had the world with the 9th position.
Yes.
I got as the 10th position,
Mm-hmm.
Ace of Swords reversed, but I know you read it as Ace of. So how would you?
Well, the
We
swords.
both got the world.
Yeah, this.
Both got like like I got as world.
The Ace of Swords is very unique, right? So the Ace of Swords is power, the power of the intellect, which means this was a whole mind game played on the world.
Okay.
It was a whole mind fuck. Right?
Because there's a crown on top of the sword, on top of the
In
sword.
your deck. Yes. Boom. Boom. It's also power. The Ace of Swords is power. It's also mental energy. Right? It's inevitable and radical change, but it's surmounting obstacles. But it's a focused mind, like the monarchy would be very focused. Mm-hmm. It's order and discipline. All right? Mm-hmm. Strength of purpose. Mm-hmm. All right? It's also justice. It wasn't like, you're not going to do this to us, young lady. So, it's strength in adversity, right? And this is the monarch. Like, okay, so we have a situation here. We will not lose. This young 19-year-old is not going to take us down. I'm going to call it. And I'm going to tell you, I question whether or not William is Charles's real father. She had 2 affairs, didn't she? She had 2 affairs.
That we know of, right?
Well, let's stay with the 2. We only got 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Their judgment day is coming. There's going to be some major changes. Maybe, remember we kept kind of saying maybe William, I think I said, I was like, I don't really see William as king.
Right.
Remember I said, Kate, you're going to be amongst the peasants?
Yes. Yeah. I remember that.
I'm just wondering if it's going to come down to the truth. To the truth. I'm wondering if it's going to come down to you're not even royal. True. You've got an end of a monarch. If it's found out that William is not royal, it ends. The monarch ends. It's done. It's done. It's over. And I'm warning you all, the monarch will end. It has to. Uranus in Taurus, COVID, none of this is allowed.
And you know what I said? I was looking at William's chart and I saw that thing that was that he could blow into section. his boundaries are open, but there's a suppression. It's the biggest thing in his chart. And it is right at chart. You're rising, it is right at, arguably, you're rising in a person's chart. I know we talk about arguing the sun and the moon. That's the most important point in a person's chart. I know we talk about the sun and the moon. That's why we will rise in line. Is everything. It is the most unique part of the chart. That's why we want to know what time were you born, right, on his ascendant, Neptune. That's how we listen. Only way we can know it with perception. The rise, it's water, it's plastic, it's oil, things that are boiling, it's the fogs. Neptune is right on his ascendant. It is deceptive, it's the mist, it's poison. I hate Neptune. It's abject. I hate Neptune. Check this out.
He's
a wipeout.
I think they're hearing you twice, Gio. They're hearing
you twice too.
You're hearing yourself twice too?
Yeah. When I turn this off, do you hear me twice now? I'm hearing you twice.
I think maybe just put the phone down. Put the phone down.
Yeah. So when I turn, when I block my and now I can make it stop here twice or anything because I block my
I'm gonna turn you up.
in order
They can hear
to
you. Everyone can
make
hear
it
you.
stop
Go ahead.
being twice really loud. I muted my computer.
Hello?
Okay. Are you hung up with me or no?
No, I'm here.
Oh, can you see me now and everything?
No, people can hear you. So I took off the this thing, but people can.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, now I can hear you too, and I don't hear myself double.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Am I staying on the screen and there's still stuff?
I would say, the death of the monarchy, Judgment Day, and here's the thing: if the media does a better job and really speak to the people around the time William was pre-born, some people know. And Mocha Vibe says in 1985, pictures William looks like Hewitt. Hewitt, or I think his name is Hewitt. And she said both brothers have the same father. I can believe it. That I can believe.
His name is, his last name is.
That I could believe. They might have the same.
Really?
I don't know.
Okay. He would have been 3. 2 or 3.
He was security or something around Diana, wasn't he?
That's why.
So when did she meet him? No, Gio. No, we're gonna find out. I'm telling you, because the monarch has to die.
No, is
he still alive?
Okay.
No, because the monarch has to die, and the only way the monarch dies is if the truth comes out. Is he still alive?
What? Yes, he is.
Is he still? He's still alive?
Yes.
Somebody might want to talk to you.
Still alive.
He's got a story to tell. They can do DNA on you and William. You just need hair sample. You just need a brush. You just need brush hair from your brush.
you talking to Williams people right now? No,
I'm talking to the Williams people that clean his brother's house.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why you don't have no hair on his head. You better do it before the hair is gone.
Something's not right. Something's not right in the monarchy.
James Hewitt, he still has a head full of hair.
To the monarchy, and the monarchy is a bunch of liars, beginning with the fact that they're German.
Oh, wait a minute. You know who lost his hair? Queen Elizabeth's third son.
All right, you keep looking for something. I'm telling you, this is a problem. Let's stay with there's a problem.
Elizabeth says it. There's a problem.
There's a problem. That's what I'm trying to say. And folks are still around, and somebody's cleaning William's bathroom and cleaning his wash. Somebody might want to take a sample of his hair.
Charles at all.
He doesn't look like Charles. Let's stay focused. He does not look like his daddy. William is cute, or was cute, but then, he became bald. I think he would look better fully bald. James Hewitt. Thank you, Angela. I
the ball. You have to know how to
wide open.
James Hewitt. I love Angela's her picture there. That's wonderful. Yeah.
What's James Hewitt's sign?
Okay, so I'll be looking. Oh, let me take a look.
Yes, Angela.
Hold on.
Do
You
please.
still can't see me? Is my internet?
Yeah, your internet's bad right now, but it's okay. I believe that Diana told her voice. She's not crazy.
Wow.
I believe Diana did not keep it a secret. And I think that's what always looks missing in his life. I believe she told her boys.
I'm looking up.
That's who Diana was. If you notice, Diana never lied. Hewitt is a Taurus. Got it, guys. Thank you. April 30th, he's a Taurus. They would have to pay his ass off too.
See, don't you think they would have him threatened by this point? Especially the fact that he looks so much like Harry.
But I think, see, they the story up. They think they covered the story up by saying she had an affair after Harry was born. They think they covered it up. When truthfully, it's all just oozing out right now.
Yeah, it's a nuclear bomb. I don't care if it's, what was it that Donald Trump dropped because he wanted to play with the war toys. He dropped the mother of all bombs. So the nuclear bomb or a hydrogen bomb is a completely different story. When you drop a nuclear bomb, nobody's secrets are safe. If you survive it. And this was a nuclear bomb. I mean, it's for the news, for it to have it first detonated, what's his name? Pierce Morgan, and then it detonated, blew up Pierce Morgan, and it blew up Chick Osborne. Who else is going to blow up?
Listen to me. This makes sense.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more coming out.
There's stuff going on because when we watched
There's a lot more.
Charles didn't like his own son. There was nothing fatherly about Charles.
Oh, you mean the father?
Or maybe that part, maybe we didn't get to that one yet? Was the baby born yet? Was the baby born yet?
We didn't get to, they haven't had, no, the baby's not born yet.
Well, I'm
It's
gonna
next
tell you
season.
guys something.
They have to start filming.
I'm going to tweet the Crown. And I'm gonna send this video to them. And I'm gonna be like, don't do the next segment on Diana half-assed. Do real research. Something's not right here. I'm gonna tweet tonight. I don't like this. Liars, you monarchs, you liars. You're not even British.
Liar.
All right, Gio.
Netflix has a lot of money. It's a few palms, Netflix.
Wait, I'm gonna do a final outcome, but I'm gonna do a final outcome with the angel guide. I want to see what the angel guide says, because the angels are all over this, because Diana's an angel.
I'm sorry, man.
And hey, Diana, you are from
Oh,
the
good, okay.
monarchy,
Gotcha.
from
Okay.
the
I'm sorry
grave.
that my internet is whack out.
It's okay, sweetie. Hewitt told reporters he started dating Diana in 1986, but the reporter reminded him he originally said he began dating her 18 months by Harry's birth.
I wanna have fun. I just wanna have fun.
Let me see what my angel card says. Talk to me, angel. I'm gonna pick you because you're trying to stand out. Strength and guidance. I think I got this today. Earlier.
Since he's Harry's father.
Strength and guidance. Let me pick one more card because it might have been because I think I got this for my dashikis and bonnets. Why would I pick it again? So many different cards. I picked that one. Oh, maybe it does make sense. This might be a message from Diana. Don't underestimate the power of your soul. You are
There you go.
resilient,
You told me about her son.
capacity to rise above any challenge.
Yeah, he's born
Listen to
1984.
sentimental. I'm gonna send this to the Crown. Angels are encouraging you to dig deep and hold your station. If you are wondering what the next step is, know that it will be reviewed in due course. What's going on? All right, I'm gonna hold this on the side into it.
He's at age
One more card. That might have been a message from Diana, but let me pull one more card. Well, I'm talking about
There's something to do with
TV. Oh no, no, not the Crown, the Monarch. I mean the television show, The Crown. I don't care about the Monarch, the television
No,
show.
I'm saying, remember I said that this 8th degree, this eclipse point, is affecting Harry even more so than it's just affecting both of them. When Mars crosses
Yeah.
the 8th degree of Gemini, it's gonna be fireworks between all of them.
Well, look,
It's gonna be like another nuclear bomb.
this angel on fire. Look how colorful he is. Divine timing. This might be the time for all this to come out, guys. I'm questioning whether or not William is a monarch. I'm questioning you, William. Let me just check divine timing. I'm questioning everything. Life is always unfolding in the perfect time. So angel wisdom is encouraging you to move in a state of trust, knowing that good things are always unfolding. You may find yourself feeling impatient and unsettled, but instead of letting your ego and imagination pull you in a downward spiral, trust that your prayers are being answered and your plans are coming to fruition in a way that is meeting your needs rather than your wants. This is a sign that your hopes and dreams are unfolding, even if you don't think so. The monarch, the system is unfolding, is the way I'm getting it. You may not think so. So you may need to remember that you may be working to human time, whereas God is always working on soul time. You're being guided to know that an angel team is with you right now, encouraging you to call in the support of heaven and align your current situation with love. You must know that the universe and angels are always working toward the highest good and the outcome that will best serve you. Gia.
Yes. That card thing behind him. Behind him looks like a nuclear cloud.
William being a king. I question it. What my cards are telling me? They all lie. Is not Charles' son. And it's easy to find out. DNA, just get some, it's gonna be so easy to find out. His hair
is falling out. It's gonna be easy to find some of his hair someplace. Yeah, come on, people. His hair was jumping off his head saying, test me, test me. Hey, remember he was at the playground the other day? One of those teachers, go check the path that he walked. He was walking through the playground. I'm sure some hair fell off his head when he was walking by. Go check before it rains. Somebody, please. All you gotta do is get one of those things to, it must be on his jacket. Somebody get one of those lip brushes and lip brush his coat, his scarf, everything.
His bed. Like, it's falling out in droves. Tiffany's like, facts. No, Charles, guys, Charles knows. Charles knows. I'm telling you, Charles knows, Queen Mom knows. This isn't a secret inside the monarch walls. It's not a secret to them. They fooled Britain.
Well, I'm gonna go crawl into a cave somewhere because the story wants to find out.
The story.
This might be your biggest picture.
This might be my what?
Your biggest predicted of all. Of all.
Wow, we'll see. We'll see. It's a period of waiting.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, things are gonna get so bad. Seriously, it might just take 18 months for the truth to start leaking out. I promise you. It's not. What's happening? It's fast paced now, right?
Yeah.
Right. Nuclear bomb. Boom, 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 boom. The aftermath. 18 months tops.
Ooh, okay. I think okay.
But let me remind you that your cards reflected the same type of change. So you didn't get a resounding no.
Yes. I definitely did not get a no. If anything, I feel like the Seven of Swords kind of told the story.
Thank you.
As far as the way that I can see it. That Seven of Swords.
Let me read the Seven of Swords.
And not only that, the Seven of Swords looks like James Hill to me. It does, with the red hat His hair is brown, but it's with the red hat on top. It's giving, and I'm coming right away. It's giving, I don't know if you can see it. But
Let me see it.
it's giving it.
I know what all the cards look like. Even in a bit. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Right. Yeah, the hat is red. Everything is bright red. This is the radiant also. This is the radiant Rider Waite.
And
So
when
it
you
gives
do
you the
your
illusion of this man with the bright red hair.
on all of those cues, a red hat means red.
Yeah.
To pick up on all of that.
Right.
So this
Right,
seven
right.
of swords means cunning, trickery, putting something over on others. The need for discreet management. Sabotage, which is what Diana would have created. Sabotage. Evasive tactics. Diplomacy, which is the monarch.
Right.
Description, craftiness, avoidance. Let's not talk about it. Avoidance. Who's king? William's a king. William's a prince. Brain over brawn. Betrayal, victimization, a dishonorable act. They couldn't even say that Diana had an affair, because then they would have to admit that Charles had an affair. See how this is working out? It was never about Diana.
Yes.
They didn't want to admit that Charles was having an affair with a married woman. He was married the whole time. They were protecting, Queen Mom was protecting Charles.
Right.
Which brings me to another point, Gio. Is that the reason why she doesn't want Charles to take the crown? He never produced a child.
He never produced a child, and here's the thing. Diana is royal. The father was an earl. Her family is responsible for making sure that George Washington's family survived. They fell into poverty. This is before George Washington was born. The Spencer family. The Spencer family is a famous royal family. And the Washingtons moved in with them. They were like cousins. And somehow they fell into poverty, so they came to live with the Spencers, like in a small house on their land. They worked on their land and had some, I mean, I don't know if they worked it like farmers, but they had become, some version of paupers.
Yeah.
And that's where George Washington traces his lineage to the Spencer. They have an estate called Encore. That's where Princess Diana grew up. She grew up in a home just as big as Buckingham Palace, with land that was probably twice the size of Manhattan. So she was not some, when they tried to peg her as, oh, she's just a nursery school teacher. No, she was not just a nursery school teacher. When they called her Lady Diana, she was a real lady, and her bloodline was strong.
Got it.
So those boys are royal. They are royal.
They're royal.
But that doesn't mean that, right, by Diana's.
Which is having a unique worldview and an ability to do the unexpected to save the day. So technically, they're not lying.
Right. Technically, they're not lying.
Technically, they're not lying.
Right.
but they're liars.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And also, the Seven of Swords means be careful of what you say and of anything you put in writing.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's about opposing intellectual freedom and independence.
Mm-hmm.
It also means to move onward while leaving part of your life behind. That's Diana.
Mm-hmm.
Even if
What
she's
was that last part? What was that last part again?
may also indicate moving onward while leaving part of your life behind. And that to do.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Something else I didn't, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, so even if out of spite, she was like, it's not even your child. Or if Prince Charles was like, it's not my child. Like, what if Prince Charles already knew, because they never slept together, by the way. And now this woman's pregnant. And she's a princess, and all the world is watching. Back in the day, they would have outright lied. Period.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sweetie.
Okay. I'm sorry.
We got
Yeah.
there. It took a minute, but we got there.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Whew. I gotta look deeper into William's chart. That was a big bomb kind of thing.
I'm just wondering,
Yeah.
you know, something's not right. And what you
Yeah.
said about Neptune, like, why
Mhm.
does he have that chart so specific?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
for the House of Secrets, you called it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep.
Something's not right.
Something's not like there's something illusory about him. Even the way he was, he's a very handsome man, and he had a very he had handsome, like Hollywood sort of one of those
At
candy
some point.
boys, candy type of look. Neptune can give you that. Neptune is the Vaseline on the lens. It is cinematic. It rules the movie industry, which is all in illusion.
So Tres Leche says, so that may explain the royals back in the tabloids. It's not just trashing Meghan. I don't believe that. The royals always had the tabloids in their back pocket, right? Because they get to give the narrative that they want.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Meghan was a pitfall to this game they've always had. Prince Anne didn't have any children?
Oh, yes, she does.
I think she does.
She does.
Her Anne did not have children. She does have children.
She has two. She has a daughter and a son, and she's got grandchildren. Yeah.
And then Cassandra, let's leave it with what Cassandra says. She goes, that's why Diana chose Meghan, and spiritually, all of that, like spiritually,
Mm-hmm.
that is so true.
Mm-hmm.
Finish her work because she knew Meghan could do it.
Yeah.
I love that, Cassandra.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cassandra. All right, Gio.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go.
I'm gonna cook my food because I'm starving.
Okay. Oh, let me just, I know you started. I wanted to push, the show, Melissa's radio show tomorrow at 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. It's called The Gems on Blog Talk Radio. And I'll be on, and Melissa, there's also Jatone Burton will be on. That's tomorrow on Blog Talk Radio. The show is called Tapped In. And we talk about crystals. She will do a reading for you to find out what your next partner is going to look like, what they would be like, their favorite color, and just so you can recognize them when they come along. And I'll give you a little bit of astrology on top of that. And Ms. Shonda Berry is also going to be there. She'll also do a little reading for you about how you need to prepare for your next partner. So I just wanted to say that tomorrow on Blog Talk Radio. It's called Tapped In. Be there or be square. 12 noon.
Also, I won't be on my show tomorrow. the podcast after you guys because I'm going to the Green Man store to take a course in spiritual cleansing. So I would invite you guys to go to thegreenmanstore.com. It's Shauna who is doing the class. Come join us. She's really good at what she does. And I really appreciate what she has to offer. So the gems first, 12 o'clock Eastern. Gio, how can they find you?
Oh, they can find, they can go find you.
This topic was amazing. And looking at his astrological chart really gave some insight that some
It really did. It really did, Tracy. My God. Oh, let me tell them, if you want an in-depth, personal astrological reading from me, you can contact me at Yahoo. My email address is at geocosmicvalentine@yahoo.com or leave me a message on my DM at Instagram, which is at GeoValentine. That's how you can contact me. Please do. And love to have a great discussion with you.
Thank you, Gio.
Thank you, Tracy.
Thank you. Thank you for showing up in my life. Thank you.
Oh, thank you for showing up in my life. You don't know, girl.
You don't know.
You know. Okay. Have a good night. I'm gonna be up. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for.
I was like, I don't want to have sex with you though. We're gonna need to wait because I need to make sure that this is like real and we ain't just lusting for you. Because I was like,
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown.